What do we see when we visit an art museum? Is it culture? Or heritage? Or perhaps it's a better understanding of ourselves, who we are, where we came from. Maybe the more important question is, what is it that we're not seeing?
As a young girl, I was taken to museums by my parents, which was very fortunate. But as I grew older, I realized that very, very few of those pieces were by women. Even today, when you visit museums, you'll see that this has barely changed.
Try a visualization the next time you visit an art museum. In your mind's eye, erase the work by men so that you can see, really see what's left.
There was a study just released by the National Museum of Women in the Arts that said women now make up over half of the working artists in this country, but 5% or less of the holdings in most museums in this country, and that's a number that trends globally.
That means for every 100 works by a male artist, there are, on average, only 3 to 5 pieces by a woman. From coast to coast and everywhere in between, more women than ever before are making art for a living. In fact, over half of the working artists in America are women. Yet, less than 14% of us are represented in high-end galleries. Compared to our male counterparts, we make pennies on the dollar for our work. Out of the top 100 works of art ever sold at auction, not one is by a woman. Economic indicators like these determine whether or not a work of art is considered important enough to be included in museum collections, where it will be seen and appreciated for generations to come.
Hello, everyone. If you joined us this morning, welcome back. If not, you're joining us for our AWA Breaking Through the Rise of American Artists at Customs House Awards presentation. So I'm Sandra Harris, Executive Director, joined by Christine, our fabulous president of AWA. Hello, Christine. And the video that you just watched was done by AWA a few years ago. I just sent you the link where you can watch the whole thing if you haven't seen it. It's a fantastic video and launched an initiative for AWA to have 25 museum shows in 25 years. So we're celebrating the 6th one today, and we're happy to bring this to you. Quick housekeeping, it's webinar, so we can't see you or hear you. You can see and hear us. You can put questions into the chat, and we will try to keep track of those, or comments. If you're on Facebook, same thing, you can comment. But we are ready to go. We're going to give you a little bit of background about AWA, and then we will get to those awards. So a little bit of background. So if you're new to AWA, we are a nonprofit. We're dedicated to women artists and has been around for almost, well, just over 30 years, and have been supporting women artists through promotion, networking, educational things like our symposium that we did this morning, and of course, exhibitions, both in galleries and museums. Started in '91, roots in the Southwest. First show was in Tucson. The Tucson Museum of Art was very supportive in helping create shows of all women artists at the time. Star York was our first board president, the first juried show in '97, and we gained nonprofit status in '98 in New Mexico. You can see the names of our Heritage Circle, great group of women who worked just tirelessly to get us started. And you also saw some of the folks in the video that have worked so tirelessly through the years. So great organization. We're glad you're here.
I would like to say a few words about my incredible board of directors. I'm Christine Drewyer, the president of this illustrious organization. And for those of you that already know me, most people would say that I would be boiled in oil before I speak to the other women in most countries, and that would be true. It's so wonderful to roll up my sleeves with these 9, and I will include Sandra in that, extraordinary women who give their time, their talents, their expertise selflessly and are at my beck and call and phone anytime I need them. I'm very grateful. They have done so much to help us move forward with our strategic planning to help us to continue to grow and bring you extraordinary opportunities for women artists. Thank you to an incredible board of directors.
Indeed. So we can't really go any further without mentioning, because we are a nonprofit, we are so grateful. We have so many patrons that give to us with their time and effort, but of course also with their money. And it's one-time gifts, monthly, annual support. We couldn't do it without you. We have individuals, families, galleries, vendors, vendors that donate a lot of the prizes that we will be giving some of the artists today. It's just a great community of very generous people, and we thank you very much for that. Again, if you're new to AWA, we'll tell you a little bit. We have 4 different categories of membership. Associate, for those that are just joining, associate with distinction, meaning they've juried into at least one of our shows. Signature, juried into at least 3 shows, and then master signature is by invitation, signature members, and they have, yes, juried into the shows, are full-time professional artists, and then have shown service to AWA. So you'll see people that are serving on show committees or board service or helping us network and that sort of thing. So you will see every one of these levels represented in the awards today, which is exciting. We do have artists from the US and Canada. We do focus on the visual arts. We get that question a lot, but we do focus on the visual arts. People that are 18 and up. And we're excited that we have almost every one of those categories. We have all the member categories, as well as, I think, maybe an artist from Canada. We'll see.
The 25 and 25 initiative is something that we're all so proud of and happy to incorporate within our strategic plan and our goals moving forward. This was the brainstorm of Kathy Lemke Waste, the president of the organization 5 years ago now in 2017. It seems like yesterday and forever, all in one fell swoop. And she partnered with Robin Knowlton, the executive director of the time. The two were a dynamic duo and were, of course, very aware that the inequities for women being represented in the arts has been drastic for all of us that have been witnessing this and trying to make a difference. This was our first step in actually beginning to see tangible results in, we believe, making a difference. This is our 6th museum exhibition. We're very proud to be here. And we thank the museum for representing us in such a beautiful way, and we're grateful for that. We're also very excited about where we're going in the future. I can only imagine what the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and I want to say 100 and 100. Just very proud that we are moving forward, onward and upward to celebrate, encourage, and inspire women artists. And we are very pleased that you are joining us with this endeavor.
Now I'd like to give you a little bit of information about how the show that we're talking about, Breaking Through at Customs House Museum and Cultural Center, came to be, so you understand the process. 352 artists entered this show, 946 works of art were entered, 125 were chosen for the exhibition. So that was a very difficult choice for our jurors, who I'll introduce you to on the next slide, to bring it down to that 125. Out of those 125, then 23 get the main awards that we're going to go through today. So a great number of people were so pleased with the number of artists that want to be part of these shows. And as Christine said, getting into museums, we're so pleased that we have museums like Customs House that want to partner with us to give women these shows. That we learned even this morning in the symposium, there have been shows of women artists for decades, but it's still not, we still haven't reached equity by any stretch of the imagination. So we're very happy to partner with museums like Customs House. This year, we're very pleased that we're giving over $45,000. So getting a show is one thing. Getting support through donations of both cash and merchandise that's useful to you as a professional. We believe both of those that are very important. So we're very pleased with that. That has gone. That's a little picture of Customs House. If you haven't been there, the exhibition is open in the museum, even though we're virtual today, and they are having a reception this evening. So we're very happy about that. And we hope many of you can still get to the museum while the show is up. We do have a quick announcement from the Customs House Museum Curator of Exhibitions, Terry Jordan, who's been very helpful through this process.
Hello, artists and art lovers. I'm Terry Jordan, Curator at the Customs House Museum. I am standing here in this beautiful exhibit, Breaking Through the Rise of American Women Artists, celebrating its 30th anniversary as an organization. We are thrilled to have the show here. More than 100 works of art in a variety of styles. It's hard to find a favorite. And I'm hoping you get a chance to see it either virtually or in person. And just a little added announcement, at the end of the show run, we are going to be drawing a name from this box. And that person will receive a solo show here at the museum in 2024. Congratulations to everybody that got in. See you later.
Well, thank you to Customs House. That's incredible. We didn't know that. They surprised us with that there will be a people's choice of the artist that will get a solo show. And for a museum to offer that is just spectacular. So we won't know about the winner for that until the end of the exhibition, but that's just a fantastic bonus. So thank you, Customs House, for that. I wanted to mention so many of our sponsors, and you'll see them mentioned as we go through the awards. But as you can see, it's individuals, organizations, families, businesses, our partners in media and magazines in particular, and we hope that you will support those magazines. They give us both awards in ads and then incredible publicity. We've had great success, particularly with this show, in having ads and group ads. Thank you to the artists who participated in those group ads, and we were able to get negotiated prices, and then we just had incredible spreads. I know, Christine, you enjoyed seeing those this year. Many pages. I think we ended up with 7 pages because of all of the artists in Fine Art Connoisseur and Western Art and Architecture is beautiful. They're all gorgeous. So we hope that you will support those. But thank you to all of these sponsors for breaking through. And then, as I mentioned, in addition to the cash prizes, you'll see noted on the slides that artists are receiving gifts of merchandise. We have a board member, Sandy Delahanty, who is instrumental in making this happen and helping us find vendors who support our mission and who will donate for the shows. So again, we have these listed in a few different places, and we hope you will support them. And thank you very much to all of them for supporting this show as well. Let's talk a little bit about that difficult process. So as I mentioned, we start with all of those entries. We have one group of jurors who are the selection jurors. So they go from those hundreds that entered down to the 125 that go into the show. Not an easy task. We had Rose, Kristen, and Marianne this year, and they brought really great different perspectives, coming from a curatorial and personally working with artists to thinking about a magazine and understanding the art world from that vision, and then a curator / director at a university art museum who has studied both fine arts and works in museums. So a great group of women, and we're very grateful to them for their difficult challenge. And then perhaps just as difficult, maybe more, are the awards jurors. So once those pieces are in the show, this group of people then decide which ones get the awards that you're going to see today. So Terry, who you just saw in the video from Customs House, Jim Hugler, who has a great and long career in curatorial, in art and architecture and history. He's worked in all different types of organizations and genre. He most recently retired from Tennessee State Museum. not far from Customs House. And then Susan Tinney, who is just a great gallery owner, has a contemporary gallery in Nashville in a beautifully restored building, and helped start their First Friday process there. So again, thank you to all these folks. Wouldn't want to be in your shoes to choose, because this is a phenomenal show. Okay, shall we get started? Our first category, awards of excellence. 6 awards are given. For these awards, the artist receives $250 in cash, plus some of those donated art pieces of merchandise that we mentioned from our sponsors. You can see we're going to walk through 6 and describe them to you and reveal the winners. Are we ready? You ready, Christine?
I'm so ready. This is the good stuff.
This is when I wish we had a live audience right now. So very pleased to start with the 2D Soft Pastel Award of Excellence. And we're very excited to say that this is going to Terry Ford and her piece Storm Interlude. This, you know, she captured, this was in California, and you know, having lived in California, the way that she has captured those clouds and those lights, the violet over the coming through, and just that feeling that you're there. I just think this is an absolutely gorgeous piece, and there's nothing like seeing a storm coming over the mountains, and I think she's captured all of those colors just beautifully. So we're very excited for Terry. Congratulations for winning the 2D Soft Pastel Award of Excellence for Storm Interlude. Next up, we have another 2D Award of Excellence.
This is an incredible charcoal on paper by Annie Murphy Robinson, an associate with distinction living also in California. The piece is called Transmigration. And transmigration is the passage of the soul after death, a universal theme which we all share. Annie has so beautifully depicted both trust, connection, the beautiful as well as the traumatic, which we each share in our lifetime. I think she's just done an extraordinary job creating a tension, a contemplative feeling. The values are exquisite and extraordinary. It's so engaging, and I can almost hear both the Ram's thoughts and the young woman's. I don't know if she's leaning in to speak or leaning in to listen. So it's just an extraordinary piece, and congratulations on this award for 2D in charcoal. Congratulations, Annie.
And we should say that is one of the pieces that has already sold in this show.
Yay!
So as a reminder, these are all for sale, and we love it when a piece is sold. So congratulations, Annie. And this next 2D Award of Excellence happens to also be sold. So congratulations. This award goes to Holly Bedrosian, who is an associate with distinction member in Texas. This is called Whispers of Yesterday. We saw, you may have seen on social media, a shot of it installed, or as they were installing in the gallery, and it is just stunning in that space. What I like about Holly's description of this is that we get hit with these memories that take us over, and she describes this woman as sort of shuddering from remembering something from the past that you can't see, but you can feel. And I think she's captured it so well. Not only is it a beautiful woman, but if you look at her eyes, and I can't tell if she's happy she's remembering it, or sad, or a mixture, but certainly contemplative. And I just think it's a gorgeous piece. So well-deserved, and congratulations on the sale of this as well. We're very happy that it has also sold. So congratulations, Holly. Next, I will describe this one because it happens to go to our own Christine Drewyer, who is a Master Signature member. Her piece was chosen as another one of the 2D Awards of Excellence for her piece called Crescendo. And I told Christine when I lived in Arizona, I had a view very similar to this. When you looked out, you could just see these storms coming for miles, and I would rush out with my camera to grab them. So I can see it. Not only that, I can smell it. It's the best smell in the world to be in the desert when it's storming. And I love the description that you use, Christine, about your connection to nature. And I like that you mentioned that this represents sort of this tumultuous time we've all been living through for many reasons for the last couple of years. And what I think I take away the most is we can have that storm, but we can also see beauty. And so I appreciate that message. So congratulations to you directly on winning a 2D Award of Excellence. Beautiful piece.
Thank you. Try hard not to do the happy dance in public.
I know.
3-Day Award of Excellence in Sculpture was chosen by American Art Collector magazine for Ruth Green, associate member in California. And the title is called Ever Ready. And I first would like to say that American Art Collector not only gave a full page data award, but they were so taken with this particular piece that they felt the need to offer another half-page award just for this particular very lovely and happy sculpture. And for any have had a doggy, any canine family, they are your fur babies, and they just are so perfect at representing what the personification of exuberance, excitement, happiness, and this particular pose in the sculpture, just right from the wiggy waggy tail all the way to that ever ready jump on top of you and welcome you home, just makes me feel so happy to look at it. And I think she's captured that beautifully in this bronze. Congratulations, Ruth. It just is a lovely piece.
And next we have a 3D Award of Excellence that was given to Sharon Fullingham, and I love the title of this, Pedro the Luis Lopez Toolbat. He is limestone, and if you look closely, you can see his tools in his grip. What I love about this, and I'm sure the jurors, this is the frustrating part of not being able to see them in person yet. I'm sure if you look at this photo, the details in this limestone is incredible. And she talks about doing the direct carving method without a model. And I've been around other sculptors, and this is just magical to me when they say they can just look at a stone and see what's living in it, and they're just chipping away what isn't there. So I love that she saw Pedro sitting there ready to come out of his shell, and what a face. I love him. So congratulations, Sharon. This is such a great piece. And I hope I get to see him in person, because like I said, I think those details in the limestone are incredible. So congratulations on that 3D Award of Excellence. And congratulations to all of the winners of the Awards of Excellence. Let's do some cheesy applause. And if you're at home, let's clap. Yay. Yay. We can pretend we're all together clapping.
Yeah.
I hope you joined in on that. Okay, the next category that we're going to go through, Distinguished Achievement Awards. Oh, I missed my summary. There we go. There's all of the Awards of Excellence. Congratulations again. Distinguished Achievement Awards. Again, we have 6 awards. For these 6, the artists will have a $500 cash award plus donated merchandise, again, from our sponsors. And you can see we have 5 categories that the jurors worked through for each of these. So we are excited to show you these as well. So the first one, landscape, seascape, or cityscape.
Oh, I'm so proud to announce this award. This is the Distinguished Achievement Award for Landscape, Seascape, or Cityscape. And it goes to Laurie Kiersey, our master signature artist in California, for Late Afternoon North Point. Laurie has so extraordinarily represented the harmony between a pastel sea, a rocky bluff, a craggy cypress, which reach into a luscious sunset sky, that put me there. I can feel it. The beautiful harmonies of color with the violets and the golden light bathes us in this feeling of awe and calm that you can only feel on that California coastline. I'm jealous that you get to look at this and paint it. It makes me certainly want to be there. You have put us there. It's an extraordinary sense of place. Congratulations. This is a painting I could live with all day long. Congratulations, Laurie. It's really beautifully done.
It really is beautiful. Next, we have a Distinguished Achievement Award in Figurative or Portraiture. This is by Nicole Monet, an associate with distinction in New York, pandemic head study of David. And I love this for so many reasons. First of all, take a look at the size. It's quite small. It's 9x6. And in her description, this is her husband, by the way, and she says that he is normally very clean cut and shaven, but we all look a little different during the pandemic, right? And she captured, you know, when you look at her biography and she likes to use a little bit of humor. He has a slight little smirk, which I love. And I think we've all kind of been there. We're a little disheveled. We have a little bit of a smirk, again, looking for some hope. And I just think she has captured this incredible mix of feelings and emotions in this tiny little 9x6, but it is just stunning. And I'm sure that when the jurors saw it, it just drew them in. And again, I can't wait to see this. But Nicole, I think you captured just what a lot of us have felt through the pandemic and have looked around us and looked more closely at who and what is around us. And so congratulations on doing that so beautifully with this piece. Next, we have a Distinguished Achievement in Still Life.
Well, this is one of my personal favorites. This award goes to Heather Lynn Gibson, a signature member from New Jersey, with her piece entitled Egg Noodles. This harkens back to a time when people took the time to make food from scratch in a loving manner. And Heather has so beautifully demonstrated with her a plethora of textures and patterns and reflections and food, this ability to make a lovely sacrifice of human time and effort to prepare food for the nourishment of the people that we love. I just can't imagine any still life being more balanced and more perfect in every way. I can smell the egg noodles cooking. I'm ready to sit down with some big Italian family and have pasta. So you've accomplished it so beautifully and elegant in its simplicity, and it really tells a beautiful story. Congratulations, Heather. Lovely painting.
It is gorgeous. The light on the metal bowl just astounds me. It's beautiful.
I want to eat the painting.
Right. Our next award is Distinguished Achievement in Abstract or Mixed Media. And this goes to May Klisch, an associate with distinction out of Wisconsin. May describes herself as a Singapore-born Midwestern artist, Midwestern American artist. And I'm so pleased that she won this award. This is something cosmic, this way comes. And I'm a huge fan of abstract work, and Christine and I talked about this previously, because every time I look at them, I'm seeing something new. I'm seeing a different story. Depends on the mood I'm in, depends on the day. And she describes this as a very psychological piece about turmoil we might have, or something that we are wrestling with or dealing with, and we can feel it coming towards us. And you can see things maybe starting to take shape, or maybe they're starting to fall apart, maybe both. And the palette is incredible for me, because you're seeing that going from darkness to light. I personally see a couple of faces. I see a plant in the middle, maybe blooming, maybe not blooming. And I think that's what I love so much about a piece like this, is you can take your narrative and put it on top of what the artist has done. And I think this is just incredible. Again, another one I want to see in person, acrylic and mixed media. So congratulations, May. So happy that we could award you this.
Distinguished Achievement Award for Sculpture. This award goes to Louise Selecki-Weir, an associate with distinction from British Columbia, called Lullaby for Earth and Sky, Opus 4. This is one of a series of, I believe, 6 of these lovely babies. What better way to carry the threads of time and the rest, which promises rebirth, than with this precious baby wrapped in a chrysalis of angel wings. I think the idea that there's promise after the rest is very reassuring to all of us, especially in these times. The baby is peaceful and calming and precious, and I think that it just is a little beacon of hope for each of us. And I like that he's cradled in angel wings. I'd like to cradle him in my wings. Very precious, precious piece. Congratulations, Louise, for this really beautiful sculpture, tenderly done.
This is another one we saw in the installation photos that are on social media, and seeing it from the side and seeing it scale, just incredible. So congratulations. Now we have Distinguished Achievement, any category. So this was up to the jurors to choose without a limitation of a category. And this goes to Mary B. Lynch, one of our associate members who lives in Minnesota, 2 green chairs. She did this with a palette knife, and she talks about using a palette knife because of her love of color and the layers that she can achieve by doing that. And I was telling Christine yesterday, I have the majority of my family came from Minnesota, and she talks about this being her lake cabin, right? And so many people can relate to going to a cabin on the lake. In the Midwest, it's a very common thing, but I know it happens everywhere. Christine, you mentioned it in the East. But what I love about this is I have felt like I've been in this room exactly. You're at the lake, there's these, these colors that feel, a little nostalgic, big comfy chair, you're going to plop down, and then in the distance, you can see some water, and the light is just beaming in all different ways. And for me, I can just imagine my family running around inside and outside, enjoying the time at the lake, but it's capturing this feeling with the palette knife, especially. I think you can see all those layers and see the colors really playing with the light. So thank you for doing a beautiful work and for capturing an awesome memory at the same time. So congratulations, Mary.
Absolutely. I can remember the theme of avocado gold and harvest, or avocado green and harvest gold in my own cabin. So it does really conjure some moments of memory and relaxation with family. Thank you.
It does. So congratulations to all 6 of these Distinguished Achievement Awards. Should we do some cheesy applause? Yay!
Yay!
I'm sure everybody out there is applauding for all of our friends. So congratulations. So the next category that the jurors looked at, these are really generous awards from our publisher friends, as I mentioned. So the 5 we're going to talk about are full page ad awards, but I do want to make it clear that some of the publications gave additional awards that will be part of the packages that people win. So we have quite a few of those, as a matter of fact, half-page awards and digital placements and that sort of thing. So some of the winners will also see some media placement as part of their award. So what we're talking about now are the full-page awards for each of the publications. And again, we're very grateful to partner with these folks.
The first full-page Publishers Award is awarded by American Art Collector, and it goes to Farshid Naameh, a signature member from California, in this lovely painting called Mugshot, where Farshid has captured the look of innocence, that wide-eyed glance, that is engaging, that reminds us all that we were once innocent in the expression in the eyes. This is her 8-year-old niece. And any of us that have been around an 8-year-old, you forget that they are just filled with exuberance and questioning where they can get into trouble next. And she's managed to capture that beautiful, innocent glance with her beautiful 8-year-old niece. Congratulations, Farshid, on this lovely little portrait.
Gorgeous. The next winner is a full-page Publisher Award with Art of the West magazine. This goes to Lori Putnam, Associate with Distinction in Tennessee, entitled Sierra Lake. I do want to say first, it's so lovely that Lori won an award. Had we been in Tennessee right now, we had planned to go on a tour of her studio. So thank you, Lori, for offering to do that. And maybe one day we'll get to do it again. This painting is incredible. And again, as somebody who lived in the West, it just makes me very nostalgic to be in the mountains, to see a lake, to have the trees. She captures the time of day and a time of year in my mind, because of the violets and the blues and then the layers of those other colors. I found interesting in the description that she doesn't necessarily like to paint from photos. She likes to be in a place and understand it and then go back to her studio and paint it. So it's in her mind's eye that she's remembering a place. And I just think that's beautiful. And that just speaks to how much Sierra Lake made an impact on her, that she took this mental photograph of it and then came back to us with this beautiful oil on linen. This one's 30 by 40. So that's another one I would love to see in its true size, true scope. But congratulations, Lori, for winning the award with Art of the West.
I love the mosaic quality of the colors. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. The full-page Publishers Award for Fine Art Connoisseur. Sandra, I'll let you take this.
Yes, this is Julie Howard. And I'm not a painter. So I am consistently amazed when I see works like this that look like a photograph, right? And that she has captured so many pieces of the light and the movement. And there's so many layers to the concept of this piece. So she talks about personal liberty, and she's, depicting it in water with this movement and this flowing. And of course, we can't skip a reference to Lady Liberty in my mind, with her hand held high. I think that it just speaks so many volumes about a woman and liberty and all the different types of freedom that we might be searching for, and done in such a beautiful and unique way. That water is just incredible to me. Absolutely love it. So Julie is an associate member, and she will have a full page award in Fine Art Connoisseur, and that's a pretty great thing. She lives in Texas. If you can see, we talked about this yesterday, her headshot in the corner. I just love it. It says howdy, if you can't see it, with a little bit of a crooked Y, and that's just great. So thank you, Julie, for sharing this beautiful piece with us. Congrats.
Next, we have a full-page Publishers Award by Southwest Art, which goes to Marianne Cherry, an associate with distinction, and also one of my recently abducted board members. So congratulations, Marianne, on this beautiful American Boy, which is a cacophony of color and explosion of exuberance. For Marianne, what she says about this is that it captures the dignity of the powwow dancers, and she frequently goes and observes these dancers in person, and this has been part of her practice for a very long time, and just that's very evident. Well, she has captured all the details of the lovely costuming, but there's also a nod to the patriotism of all nations with the flag in the background, and I just love that she has chosen to meld the two worlds together and that they have never been really separate. So congratulations, Marianne, on this lovely oil painting.
Next, we have a full-page Publisher Award for Western Art and Architecture. This will go to Liz Wolfe, a Master Signature member, and it's entitled Shapeshifter. I love Liz's work, and I have had the pleasure of seeing her work in person many times and hope to see this one as well. When she describes this, she talks about being inspired by hawks. You know, she lives in New Mexico and she sees the hawks circling and she's watching them. And you can certainly see that if you look at the top half, right? The hawk and being so dignified, but then it's called Shapeshifter for a reason, right? And if you look closely, you can see those boots, those desert boots. And then Christine brought up a great point yesterday. If you look at the way the tail is positioned, particularly in this photo, you can interpret that in so many ways. Yes, a tail. Is it a cape? Is it a magician's cape? Is he going to do magic and change shape at any moment? Is it a superhero, right? And you can think about all the different things that this hawk might suddenly turn into and might take on. And she talks about, again, as a sculptor, that it's a partnership with the piece, that the piece is talking to her and she's helping to make it come to life. So she sees this hawk, she sees this shapeshifter, and she's just making it known to us. I just think it's really fascinating. And I'm sure, again, seeing it in person from all of the views, I'm sure the jurors were just taken from it. And that what I've loved in her pieces is the patina, of course, and then the texture, the feel of it. I just want to run my hands on this one. Yes.
Yeah, I do
yes,
too.
a former museum person said that. I want to pet the sculpture. Yes. Just gorgeous. So always love your work. So happy to see this as well. Thank you, Liz. Congratulations. So here we go. Congratulations. Cue the applause. For all of the publisher awards, and thank you again to our magazine partners for making those possible. You know, getting that, we heard this morning in the symposium, getting that exposure is half the battle sometimes. So any way that we can help make that happen, we are happy to do. Sorry, I'm having a little slide issue. Okay, ready. The pleasure of live. Okay, the next section are named awards. And so these are cash awards of different levels plus donated merchandise, as we mentioned. We're going to walk through 4 of them. The Clarksville, Montgomery County Arts and Heritage Development Council. So in Clarksville, where Customs House is, they were generous enough, the Arts Commission in that area, to offer an award. So we thank you very much for that. We're going to walk through 3 different memorial awards, and we'll explain those with each one. And again, we're so pleased to be able to honor those who have passed with these awards by both friends and family making these. So let's go to the named awards. The first one is the Clarksville, Montgomery County Arts and Heritage Development Council Award. This is a $500 cash award plus merchandise. It goes to Deanne Proja, who is a printmaker. She was in the symposium this morning, one of the few, if only, printmakers in our membership right now. She's a signature member in New Jersey, and her piece is called Court Square Diner. I could talk all day about diners. I love this, and I think it's so fitting for an Arts and Heritage Council to think about this. So she's captured everything around the area, right? Look at the crosswalk, look at the shadows as you're walking under that bridge. And then you see the diner off in the distance. Every one of us probably has a diner in some city or town that we think of, that we never want to go away because it's part of the culture and the heritage of the area. And I think the fact that it's a line etching and it's in black and white just helps capture that idea of nostalgia just so beautifully. So thank you for this. This one is 8 by 12. And I just think it's one of those where you look more closely, and we're only seeing a photograph right now. The detail just draws you in ever so much every time you look a little further. So again, another one I want to see in person. Congratulations, DM. We're so happy that you could win an award for this great piece. Next, do you want to go ahead?
I'll let you introduce this portion of it, Sandra.
Sure. So this is a lovely one. So this is, again, for Kim Minicello, and I hope I said her last name correctly. I think it's Minicello. She's a former member of AWA who passed tragically, suddenly, not very long ago. And one of our members wanted to donate anonymously to give an award in her memory as a watercolorist. And I know many of our members knew her very well. And unfortunately, I didn't have the pleasure of meeting her. When I sent the email to her husband, David, to let him know, this was the response. I just got so teary-eyed reading it that, you know, he went on and on about AWA and how excited they were and moved by this gesture, and that Kim couldn't say enough kind words about her experience being, I think she was at Steamboat was the last time she was with a group, that she just came back so excited and had planned to work with us for years to come. Elena, their daughter, was also very touched by this. I gave them the option to pick the work, and his response was that he knew some of the artists and he just felt it was better in the jurors' hands. So the jurors did choose this in honor of her. I love that photo of her. It's beautiful.
It seems very fitting that for a watercolorist, I'm going to try hard not to cry here, that we all loved, and her work and her goes to another watercolor artist. So the Kim Minicello Memorial of Excellence in Watercolor Award is going to Sandy Delahanty, our master signature member from California. This beautiful abstracted painting of Central Park on Sunday. And I think what better way to celebrate a special transition of a dear loved one than with an abstracted pattern which connects all worlds and celebrates the veil which only separates us momentarily. Sorry.
That's okay.
Sandy has very beautifully shown us that there are the buildings, the trees, the reflections, the grasses would grow up. There's this blend of what world am I looking at? Am I seeing the reflection and the light, or am I seeing the actual building? These patterns, this beautiful melding of the two just reminds me that as above, so below. Congratulations, Sandy, for this beautiful painting winning the award. I think it's aptly done, and I think Kim would be very pleased that you have this award in her honor. We miss you, Kim.
Beautiful. The next award is also a memorial award, the Francis Treychak Memorial Award of Excellence. Catherine Treychak is one of our artist members, and she was also a board member of AWA, has been very involved with the organization. And her family has given this award for a few years now in honor of their mother. And they are awarding $750 in cash, and then there will be donated merchandise as well. The family sent this statement. Frances had this great love of the arts, and she was in Nevada. When I was there, I knew of her because she worked diligently with the Arts Council. She helped establish the Cowboy Poetry event up in Elko that I attended. And their family in Reno, you know, they're very involved at the university. It's a name that you knew. And so they have carried on the tradition since she passed of awarding an artist. They choose the artist and the piece each year. And as you can see how they describe it, there's a quiet elegance that they chose and otherworldliness to it. I have to tell you, she told me her mom was 91 in that photo, and I think that's incredible.
Incredible.
So very beautiful. So the winner of the Francis Treychak Award is Kim Taggart's Jessica's Shadow Dance. Jessica is a signature member. I think what I love about this, again, it's sort of like we were talking about with Deanne's, it's this seemingly black and white, but look closely, many, many colors involved, but to capture the way that snow looks on a tree, and then of course the shadow dance, right? She talks about Jessica. We don't know who Jessica is. I don't know if Jessica is a child, an adult, if she's with us if she isn't, but she describes this Jessica as loving to go through the forest and think about her relationship to nature and think about magical, mystical things. And so far that Kim talks about hiding some things in this picture, in this graphite work that you're supposed to look for. And I would love to be in front of it to do that. So she has a perfect little rock with a snow dome, a fairy shadow, and 2 heart shapes. And I have tried, and I have not found them yet. But I can see why the Treychak family said it has this otherworldliness, mystical, and sort of aligns with what their mom loved about, their mom and their grandma loved about art in general. So I think that's really fitting. So congratulations, Kim, for winning this memorial award. So the next is the Kathleen J. Smith Humanity and Art Award. And this is, again, given by a family, one of our master signature members, Angela Mia de la Vega, also in honor of her mother. And they have also given this for a few years. And I think we have a brief message from them about it.
It is such a joy to continue the celebration of my mother's life, Kathleen J. Smith. And in doing so, we have selected the artwork of an artist who we feel has communicated love and compassion and humanity in her art.
My grandma was all about empowering our uniqueness as individuals and harnessing our best means of communication as individuals to do so in order to uplift others.
Congratulations to the winner.
So sweet. Thank you for that. And drum roll.
Well, the Kathleen J. Smith Humanity in Art Award goes to Gail Madeira, and signature member from New York, called Poems Looking for a Seat. And I particularly love this exquisite moment in time. You see the gentleman sitting in the train is actually writing a haiku poem while she is sketching him. And if you look behind him, I don't know if you can read it on your screen, but it's the actual words that he was writing in his haiku poem that she put in the painting itself. As an artist, I find it so fascinating. The look on his face is universal to all artists, whether they're dancers creating choreography, musicians making music, or artists channeling their art. There's that look to the heavens of taking that pause in that moment and just bringing it through. He's counting the stanzas on his fingers in the painting, and I just think she's captured that moment of inspiration so beautifully. Not to mention the exquisite composition of the balance of the book, the vertical, the lines, the horizontal lines that go up and lead you to the poem behind him, almost as if it's being delivered from heaven. I just think it's such a tender portrait and has a lovely theme and story behind it. So congratulations, Gail, on this lovely award in celebration of the family.
So once again, congratulations to all of these named award winners. Cue the applause.
It is. It's easy, but I love it.
I love it. We can't be together doing it, so we'll pretend. But yes,
Exactly.
Congratulations to everyone who won one of these very special named awards.
Yes.
Next, we have the AWA President's Award, donated by our very own Christine Drewyer, our AWA Board President. She's donating $1,000, and then the winner will also receive some merchandise. And I think you pre-recorded your message for us about this piece.
I did.
Hello, my name is Christine Drewyer, President of American Women Artists. This exhibition, Breaking Through the Rise of American Women Artists, was no exception at having so many pieces capture my attention and vie for prominence. they were very many worthy pieces. Every once in a rare while, a piece of artwork comes along and rises to the top. It's a piece that will strike me straight through the heart, and that's the minute that I lay eyes on it. And this particular show, that was certainly the case for one piece in particular. I fell for it immediately, and I reviewed the show again and again and again, and still this particular piece called me back and spoke to my heart, and I knew that it was the one. The $1,000 President's Award this year goes to master signature artist Nancy Boren for her piece Daffodil, a 20 by 16 oil painting. Her subject has luscious skin tones and jaunty hair, and this is all superimposed on a simple contemporary patterned background, which is the perfect setup for the expression on this young woman's face. Nancy has managed to capture a look of sublime innocence combined with a don't mess with me sassiness, and it's just the expression that just carries the entire piece. The subject's eyes are exquisitely handled, and they create a mesmerizing quality which holds the viewer's attention and keeps you from being able to look away. Even the title Daffodil is suggesting a freshness only found with the renewal of spring. It's a stunning contemporary approach with strong traditional grounding, and I find it irresistible. So congratulations, Nancy. Such a job well done.
Even seeing it on the screen just goes right straight through my heart every time. I just love this piece. Congratulations.
It caught my eye immediately as well.
Yeah.
Just gorgeous.
I want her.
Congratulations, Nancy. We are a little bit ahead of schedule, but I think we're there. It's time. Are we ready?
We are ready. Yes.
So this year, AWA is very proud to be able to award a $10,000 cash prize to the winner chosen by the jurors for the Grand Prize Award. And we are going to hear again from Terry Jordan at Customs House to tell us about that and make the reveal as soon as we see her.
Hey artists and art lovers, it's Terry Jordan with the Customs House Museum. I'm standing in the middle of this fabulous exhibit, Breaking Through the Rise of American Women Artists. And I am standing here next to the Grand Prize winner, Woman with Turban by Ellen Buselli. So we're hoping that everyone's going to get a chance to enjoy the show either online or in person while it's up. There are some spectacular pieces, too many to miss. And also want to do a shout out that at the end of the show, we will be announcing a winner, People's Choice, who's going to receive a solo exhibition here at the Customs House in 2024. Thanks for coming.
Wow.
So here we are.
Here we are. So shall you share the drama, Sandy, or do you want me to?
Go right ahead.
Well, Sandra and I knew, and we tried to do a video taping with the artists so that we can surprise them. And we tried to badger the bejesus out of Ellen last night with trying to seduce her into doing this. And she had other plans which could not be changed. So between 4 emails and a million texts, we were not able to do that. So both of us apologize. Maybe you will forgive us now for badgering you. And there's just hardly enough I can say about this exquisite and extraordinary painting. For a 12 by 10, you have managed to make her monumental. The skin tones are, for me, reminiscent of a Michelangelo marble. She just has this exquisite, pensive look. I know Ellen was very proud in her recording of why she did this piece, that she did it from life. And I feel like we are looking into this glimpse of pensive thought. It's reminiscent of Vermeer's pearl earring with the turban. It has this extraordinary unfinished quality, the exceptional use of gray tones, which make the restrained color that is used just sing on the flesh tones and on her lips and of course on the turban. It just is absolutely stunning and a beautiful, deserving piece of the prize. Congratulations. I know, Sandra, you want to say something too. We're both blown away by this lovely piece.
Well, I would echo what you say. You know, the woman in the pearl earring just immediately came to mind, that it's this beautiful profile and this pensive thought, and the colors are just spectacular. And the brush stroke and the way that she has used the color, everything from her clothing to the turban to the background, it's just stunning. And I will add my apology for trying to email you and and convince you to join us on Zoom. We tried, but we thought it would be fun to surprise you, but we were not able to do that. But our huge congratulations to you, Ellen. Well deserved for a beautiful piece. So big applause.
Big applause. The painting is so representative of what we are trying to say with American women artists and their rise and their exquisite skill and the deserving nature of being in shows such as this. And we know that we will stand on your shoulders in the future too, with this exquisite representation of what we stand for. Thank you.
Beautiful. Well, thank you everybody for being here once again. Thank you to all the artists who entered the show, everyone who is showing in Clarksville right now, to our partner at Customs House. They are having a reception tonight at the museum, so if you are one of our friends in Tennessee, please take photos. We wish we could all be there with you. They will have the awards in the gallery, so people that are attending the exhibition will see that. Somebody asked about catalogs. They are in the mail, as they say. The printers had paper supply issues, but they are in the mail, and I believe the museum did receive theirs today, so you should have them in your hands very soon. And I can't wait to see the catalog either, to have one more way to go through every one of the beautiful 125 pieces. We can't thank our sponsors enough. Thank you to everybody for being here. And congratulations once again to everyone. We hope you will take a look at all the pieces on the website, and remember they are for sale, and we hope that some of these will find lovely new homes. So thank you, and thank you, Christine. This was fun to do this together. We appreciate it. So thanks everybody.
Thank you so much, everyone.